Good morning. Good morning. Let's celebrate my birthday belatedly and let's A some Q's. Ask me some questions. I'll give you some answers. Okay. Hi. Good morning, friends. I couldn't get my light right. I'm in a nice Airbnb with a beautiful window in my face, but it just doesn't look like there's a beautiful window in my face. Uh, but I'm not going to worry about it all that much. Just a little bit. Let's see if I roll over in this direction. I don't know. I feel like I'm in a shadow, but I've got light all around me. Hi, friends. How's everyone? I haven't seen you guys in a while because I've been sick. My birthday was July 5. July 5, I did do some in hotel room celebrating of my birthday. But July 6th through whatever the day before yesterday was, I've been sick. So I wanted to do a birthday Q&A that Saturday, and I didn't get a chance to do it. So we'll just do it now, if that's all right with you guys. Also, I do have a little Prosecco if we want to have a little birthday drink, belated birthday drink. I do have mini Prosecco's still left over because I never really celebrated my birthday. I bought them for my birthday and didn't drink them. Hi, Wendy. So yeah, I'm feeling better now, but it was a prolonged like period of not feeling good. But thank you very much. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Hello, New Yorkina for you. Good morning, Siobhan. Good morning, Muriel. Hi, Teresa. Good morning, SLS Forever. Good morning, Kathy. Good morning, Eleanor. Good morning, Rosine. Good morning, Ms. B. Hi, Diamond. Hey, Janice. Hey, Winnie B. Hey, Nicole LaShawn. Hello, Moments of Essence and Tanya and Create Your Life. Good morning, Comfort. Good morning, Dr. Linda. Good morning, Lucretia. Hey, Glass Half Full. All right, good morning, friends. How's everybody? How are things with you guys? Anything new? So we had 1 week. What did we do while I was on my sick leave? We had 1 week of replay. What did I do? And then the other week, what? I mean, did we have 2 weeks of replays? So So I have a lot to catch up with, I guess. Anything y'all need to tell me? Anything new happening? No, I don't really remember. Let's see, for 2 weeks, I didn't have a guest because I didn't have it organized enough to have a guest. I guess we did 2 weeks of replays. I know we watched the rich man replay. What countries have rich men or where the rich men at? Because my comments, people don't like, you know how it is. People don't like stuff like that. So I have had more comments than I usually have in a week on YouTube, but nothing especially interesting happening. Okay, all right, good morning. All right, so as I said, this is a Q and A. I can't, normally, I coach YouTube. I coach people on how to do YouTube things. And I always say, come to the Q&A with some questions so that you can see the conversation, get the conversation started. But I didn't do that. I didn't come with any questions. I'm totally unprepared. So I'm just going to wait for y'all to ask some questions. M. Adams says, good morning, fellow Cancer, and happy belated birthday. Thank you. And that means you just had a birthday as well if you're a fellow Cancer. Happy belated birthday to you also. I hope you had a good birthday. I'm 49 now. 49 feels about the same. Yuckier. 49 feels yuckier, but the same. So, no complaints, I guess. I guess I'll just rip into this Prosecco. I've got Prosecco and orange. Oh, but I want to open up a fresh one. This one is open already. I want to open up a new one and get my juice. My new Prosecco. Yeah, that one has been open, and I want a little, I want the bubbles. Oh, good question. Starting things off. Hey, Sibongle. I'm near Palm Springs, between Palm Springs and Joshua Tree, in a place called Yucca Valley. Yucca Valley. Every time I say it, people correct me, but I say it both ways. I say Yucca Valley, and they'll be like Yucca Valley. And I'll be like, I'm in Yucca Valley, and they'll be like Yucca Valley. So I don't know. It don't matter. I'm in a beautiful Airbnb. It's beautiful. Um, the inside is beautiful. You know, it's outside. It's 115 degrees. I'm not spending much time outside. There is a little outside area, front and back. Actually, there's a patio in the front and a patio in the back. But the inside is nice. So No complaints. Okay, I got everything set up here, but like in the way. Everything is set up, but it's in the way. And I feel like my lipstick is too dark. Let's see. And that's it. All right. My stethoscope travels. Where is the 50th birthday party? I would love for the 50th birthday party to be on a yacht. Me having a birthday party on a yacht requires me to write and sell books to be able to afford some time on a yacht. It's not looking like it's not looking like a yacht 50th birthday party to me, but maybe I need I need to get some things done. And then I think the 50th birthday party would be a yacht party, right? Like, but will the book even make an appearance in the next few weeks? Remains to be seen. So I need a book. I need a couple of books out and doing well, I think. Either that or like just an extra couple $100,000 just falling from the sky. To have a yacht birthday party, that is the plan. I'm going to tell you, that is the plan. But am I doing the things to get myself there? Medium. Medium. I'm moving slow. I'm moving slow. Okay, let's see. Maybe my screen is, no, my screen is lighter. I don't know. Everything just seems really dark. Okay, Prosecco. I've got orange juice from, don't judge me. I ordered McDonald's breakfast the other day and ordered orange juice even though I didn't want the juice because I knew I was going to need it for my Prosecco. I'm out of grocery store juice. So, make my little drink. A little more juice. You didn't miss anything. Hi, Kay. Did I miss anything? You missed nothing. You missed me sitting here complaining for a couple of minutes while we're waiting for everyone to write their questions, to ask their questions. All right. I love little mini Prosecco's. I love minis. I love miniatures. I don't care. If it comes in a miniature, I want it. And miniature alcohol, little miniature drinks are so much fun for me. They're so fun. So I have mini. Hi, is this for me? Thank you, Rashida. Thank you. I missed you guys. Rashida didn't miss me because Rashida's been making me do work. It's Exodus Summit season. But I'm glad to be back. I missed you guys. Okay, cheers. Let's see. 249 to another year of joy. And what do we want for the year? We want joy. We want new things, new things, and more of the old things. We want more of what we want to joy and more, and more, and more, and more. Cheers. Happy birthday, guys. Happy birthday to us. All right, to joy and to more. More is better. I don't know if y'all know. More is better. All right, to joy and to more. Okay. Okay, Constance says, don't forget they're men with yachts. Okay. Listen, I'm gonna need y'all to go to work for me, okay? Get network. I'm gonna need my network to start networking for me. Okay, thank you. Nicole did it better. Okay, to love, joy, and abundance. Thank you. Yes, that's what I meant. That's what I meant. More, or otherwise known as abundance. Yes, love, joy, and abundance. Okay, thanks, friends. Wealth and health. Okay, thank you, friends. Ease. Thank you. Always ease. Okay, thanks, guys. All right. Questions. I'm on a third party called Ecamm Live, and so I don't see every question. So if I don't see your question, but you really want it answered, just ask it again. Seriously, I don't see every question. I see most, but not every. Christy G, When you're feeling well, what's your favorite thing to do on your birthday? Oh, I have a perfect day. I get to do the perfect day thing more than just on my birthday. My perfect day includes me waking up early because I love to be up with the sun. I'm an early bird by nature. I don't always do early bird things, but naturally, I feel great when I do early bird things. I would get up with the sun and I would get in the water. A pool, an ocean, preferably a pool. I prefer pools now. I think I'm a pool person. Get in the pool, um, and then eat a really good breakfast, my favorite thing, including something bacony, and then take a nap. Do some reading, do some writing. That's my perfect day. My perfect day as a solo person, right? That's my perfect day. That's the start of a perfect day, right? I get to do that a lot, actually. I spent a good portion of this summer so far doing that because I house sat for people with pools. So I put myself in a position to be able to do things that I love on a regular basis, which included um, getting in the water. Yeah. A little bit of time in the water, it's a good day, right? Like there's not a whole lot else I require at this point. Getting in the water and eating really good food. And so that I said breakfast, but it would include all three meals, all three delicious meals, plus a real good cake, real good dessert, all of that, all of those things. For this birthday, I was house sitting for people with a pool, but I didn't get myself up and moving in time to get in the water on my birthday. I got in the water like every day that week, go leading up to my like for the week that I was in that house sit. I got in the pool. But that particular day on my birthday, it was the day they were coming back and I had to pack my stuff and clean up, clean the kitchen, clean the bathroom, you know. And so I didn't have time to get in the water on my birthday. And then I went to the hotel, went live, got to my hotel room and did a live on Instagram, had some drinks on Instagram, and then took a nap. And then by the time I woke up from my nap, I was sick. So I didn't get to do that this year, but I did it like the day before and the day before and the day before. So I did do my birthday stuff. I just did it early. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. What do y'all like to do on your birthday? Is there like a birthday ritual? I really just like to get in the water. Ah, savvy soldier. I have a new male companion who has never flown. How can I help him? Never flown doesn't mean afraid to fly, right? Afraid to fly, that's going to require a professional. But never flown just because he's never flown, I think that's okay. That's fine. He can do things, right? You do new things together. If he's afraid to fly, I mean, I'm not crazy about flying myself. It's just a means to an end, right? Uh, I don't know. Like, I'm afraid of mannequins, but I still go in those Catholic churches when I know there's a scary Jesus in there. If I want to take some pictures, I'm going, right? I just don't take my eyes off of him. You can't turn your back on him because you never know what he's going to do. So I just like know that I'm not going to enjoy it, but the pictures are going to be nice. So if he's a person who like he can deal with things that he doesn't enjoy necessarily so that he can get where he wants to go. That might be where it might be easily dealt with. Also, listen, get y'all an RV, see the world. You can RV from Canada down to Panama. People actually RV across the Panama Canal, but it costs a grip. There are people who will drive their van or camper or RV or whatever all the way down to the Panama Canal and then sell it, cross the canal, and then buy a new thing in the new place because it's cheaper to do that than it is to pay to transport your vehicle across the Panama Canal. There's a way to do anything. Travel doesn't necessarily require flying. As a as like a what is it called? Environmentally responsible person. Less flying is better anyway. So There's answers. How did I do, Donna? How did I do? And then also go alone, right? Just because we have people in our lives doesn't mean we don't still take solo vacations. You still need time alone. I think everybody still needs time alone. Go alone, right? How did I do with those answers? Go alone. Maybe he's okay flying little flights here and there just to get there. Oh, Razine says meet the pilot before takeoff. Do you think that would help? Okay. Donna says great idea. I'm full of great ideas. Okay, good. All right. And then Stella says knock him out. Okay? Knock him out. He don't need to know. He don't need to know how scared he is or isn't. Ambien on deck. Okay. How is Connie Perry? Connie Perry, how are you? Oh, well, she might not be here. We had it. Yeah, she's fine. She's doing well. She's doing well. Yeah, we had a death in the family this week. But she's here. She's doing well. Oh, I didn't put her thing on the screen, though. I looked for her name and didn't put it on the screen. Good morning. My mom is here. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, she's doing all right. Professor LCH says one of her friends does that. Just knock him out. Oh, you scared? Have this. We still going. Thank you. Thank you and thank you. Okay. I am not Jessica asks, is there another meetup or group trip in the works for this year or 2024? For 2024, we already know where the Exodus group trip meetup is happening. That is Cape Town, South Africa, February, whatever President's Day weekend is. Hopefully, those of you who are planning on going have some money set aside so you can buy your tickets soon. I don't know when, but soon, soon. We'll let you know. We'll give you updates, but soon. Buy your meetup tickets, right? Because then you're also going to need to buy like your flight and your hotel. But hopefully, you're getting yourselves prepared for that. Um, Information is coming soon. Francis is working on it. Information is coming very soon. But that's President's Day weekend, which will be here before we know it. Sounds like far off. February sounds far off, but it's not. Okay? Because it's already August. It's about to be August. I don't know how. I really don't understand this. It's about to be August, right? Exodus Summit's coming. Winter, all the winter holidays. By the time the winter holidays are here, it's February, right? By the time Thanksgiving comes, it's February, you know? So, yes, Cape Town, February. Hopefully, so I said, hopefully those of you who want to go are getting yourselves prepared to go, getting the money ready and the time, a good chunk of time. The second thing I hope is that you are going to plan to be in the area for quite a while. Like, seriously, I hope that those of you who want to come to Cape Town and hang out with the Exodus Summit gang for that meetup, I hope you take some time, whether it's like taking time off of work or just working remotely, maybe, if that's possible, to be in Southern Africa or just Africa. It's not that cheap to bop around Africa like it is to bop around Europe or Latin America or Asia, right? It's not that inexpensive, but it's just worth the effort. If you're going to be there anyway, right? If you're going to be on that continent anyway, you might as well allocate some time to see something else. I did a video called How to Spend 2 Months in Africa, and we talked about the money. I came up with a huge figure for myself for what it's going to cost me. But that was my figure, right? Being a person who doesn't really care about money, I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll spend it here. That's what it costs. That's what it costs, right? Now that I know how to make money apart from a job, right? Now that I don't need a job to make money, right? When I come up with a figure, the next question is, okay, so how do I make that amount? Anyway, so I did a video called How to Spend 2 Months in Africa or How to Afford 2 Months in Africa or something like that. So I hope that some of you are planning this as in This is going to be an event. It's going to be an experience. I'm going to go to Mauritius, which is an island east of like Madagascar, east of like, so you got like mainland Mozambique, and then you got the big, Madagascar is a pretty big island. Then you've got like Mauritius and some other islands. I plan to spend some time there. Uh, that's what's in the works. Now, as far as small meetups, in the Exodus Summit community, there's always a meetup. I haven't seen anything set up for anything coming soon, like August, but there were quite a few in July. And Rashida just had a meetup in Mexico City, right? So in the Exodus Summit Facebook community, there are always meetups. Um, I don't know when I'll be in the next one. When's the next one I'll be able to go to? Maybe something in Costa Rica, right? I'll be in Costa Rica starting September through December, except for a little vacation to Panama. So maybe Costa Rica and maybe Panama this fall for me. But for y'all, whenever y'all decide, seriously, if you're in the Exodus Summit Facebook community, you just raise a flag, throw up a flare. Hey, I'm in this city. Anybody want to meet up on this date? That's it, really how it works. Like seriously, that's how it works. If you want to meet some Black women who are into what you're into, all you need to do is throw up a flare inside of the Exodus Summit Facebook community. It's at exodussummit.com/community. That's the link. And you can meet up anytime. And when Rashida and I are around, sometimes we go. But you don't need us in order to have an amazing meetup and meet people and make friends and connect and make travel buddies, right? Find your Golden Girl gang or whatever, or just people to check in with online or something, somewhere in between. Okay, so meetups. All right. Any questions? Okay, she says I'm coming, period. Okay, good. Yeah, get ready. It won't be too much longer before we'll have, we be telling you that it's time to get your tickets. It won't be much longer. Because time moves so fast. It moves so fast. Any updates on Mauritius? Not really. There's not a whole lot of prep I need to do. There's a carrier, an airline called Airlink that flies from Johannesburg to Mauritius. So I don't need to worry too much about getting that in advance, that flight in advance. I did pick out 3 or 4 Airbnbs. I do that, right? When I have things that I'm supposed to, more pressing, important, urgent things to do, I pick out Airbnbs for future stays. So I did put 3 or 4 Airbnbs in a little, what do they call it on the thing? Wish list. On Airbnb, they call them wish lists. I did put some Airbnbs on a wish list. But there's not a whole lot of prep I'm going to need to do for Mauritius in particular. They have a digital nomad visa. I did say I was going to apply for the digital nomad visa, even though I don't need it. I'm not going to be there long enough to need anything other than the tourist visa. But I did say I was going to apply for that, but I haven't done any work on it. Sierra, I don't know. Sierra, are you here? Sierra moved to Mauritius. One of us, it lives in Mauritius now. I don't know if y'all know this. One of the Vacarians lives in Mauritius. Uh, yeah, she might be here because it's middle of the day there or afternoon, right? So maybe she's here. Maybe she's here. Um, oh, you have sound issues? No, I think everybody can hear me because we've been talking. I think it's y'all guys. I think it's you guys. I think it's you guys. Or maybe did it leave? Did sound go out and come back? I'm gonna keep talking as if we're here. I'm gonna keep talking. Jessica says, anybody want to adopt her? Let's see. I think it's okay. I think it's on your end. Thank you, Linnea. All right. No more questions? Oh, New Yorkina says President's Day weekend is my birthday weekend. That would be an amazing experience. Okay. Okay, it's time to start getting ready. Even though you don't have a ticket yet, it's time to start getting ready because that weekend after, so we're in Cape Town that weekend. The next weekend in Cape Town is the Cape Town International Jazz Festival. I am a person who enjoys music festivals. And that was a good one. I went to the Cape Town International Jazz Festival back in 2017. And it was just lovely. Oh, I didn't know anybody who was performing except En Vogue, and there's a jazz musician's son who's also a jazz musician. I recognized his name, but it was his dad's name that I recognized, right? Um, I didn't know any of the performers. There were performers from all over the world, in particular African performers, but really from all over the world. And it was, and plus En Vogue, right? It was just amazing. It was really wonderful. That's the first time so I got to Cape Town right before it started, I think. I hadn't been there very long. But when you talk about just feeling really welcome in Africa, that is when I felt really welcome. My whole experience in South Africa, it was what, 2 months? My whole 2 months in South Africa was very welcoming. It didn't feel like a return home. I'm gonna tell you, okay, for me, I didn't feel like I was home, right? South Africa is not where my people would have come from, right? Our people, most of us who are American and Caribbean people, our people came from Wester and Norther, right? Our people didn't come from South Africa, but it was such a welcoming place. Warm, warm, and welcoming. First, I stayed in a hostel in a dorm room with not bunk beds, but beds lined up. And the two other women in my hostel were African travelers, right? One from Johannesburg, one from Ethiopia, two other Black women travelers. So that was lovely. And then they take me places and took me hiking. The girl took me hiking up the mountain. What is it called? Lionhead Mountain or whatever. And then told me she was a marathoner. So if I had known that, I would still be home in the bed. Okay, I would not be here with you. Oh my gosh, she worked me out. And then, but they were really wonderful to me, really wonderful. My first time sharing a dorm room with African travelers. I've been in hostels with Black women before, mostly from the US or Europe. But my first time being in a dorm room with African women, wonderful. And then I go to the jazz festival, and I don't know really how to explain it, but it was just warm, just a warm experience. The music was good. The crowd was real hype. And it was so wonderful to hear them sing it. Like they sang what we would call folk songs. They sang some folk songs that the crowd just knew and loved. Like if you go to a Black thing in the US and there are songs that we just know and we gonna sing. Okay. I know that we're here to watch you perform, but also we gonna sing. Okay. We all singing together. That was just sweeping through the convention center. There were small rooms with intimate performances. There were big, I don't know. It was just a really well done and beautiful and wonderful jazz festival that I attended, or music festival. You know how jazz festivals are. They call them jazz festivals, but they have whatever music they want. Okay, they're gonna have what they want. Okay, it was wonderful. So I'm excited to still be there for that this year, next year. They didn't do the 2023 festival. The 2023 is happening in 2024. So this is a good time. All that to say, New Yorkina, this is a good New Yorker for you. New Yorkina. Yeah. This is all that to say, spend weeks there. Try to get yourself there for the meetup and the jazz festival at least. I don't know who's going to be there. We may not, we may not know those musicians, but we're going to have a good time. I'm also trying to listen to what is the music? South African music, so I can get myself a little bit ready. I'm I'm part. I don't even know what it's called. Ampar. Amparina. Ampiano. Ampiano. I'm a piano. I'm a piano. I'm a piano. I don't know how to say it, right? Trying to listen to a little bit of South African music to get myself ready. Because It's going to be a wonderful experience. I really can't tell you enough how amazing. So every video that I make about my favorite places, I always include South Africa, um, because all I've been in Africa is South Africa and Morocco so far, right? But I will never not mention how much I loved South Africa and how wonderful it was and how wonderful people were to me. Uh, yeah, it was an amazing place. Not a place that I could live, I'm gonna tell you, okay? I don't want to live with rolling blackouts and stuff. All right, I like ease. South Africa is for vacation. You can do ease on 10 or on 0. I guess for ease it would be on 0. You can do ease on 0 or on 10 in South Africa for vacation. For living there, a little extra. It requires a little extra patience. A little extra something. Yes. Okay, okay? Right? I'm getting it. I'm getting into it. I like, by getting into it, I mean I love it. I'm 2 weeks in. I love it. Um, yeah, I can't tell you enough how amazing South Africa was. I drove around South Africa in a little rental car by myself, and it was beautiful, beautiful, more beautiful than you would think. The like just the highways, I drove the mountains, right? I drove up into the Highland Mountains, something Highland. I stayed at something Highland National Park. Driving up into the mountains was beautiful. Driving just the flatlands was beautiful. Driving along the coast was beautiful. I didn't even do this. So the garden route is the most talked about drive there. You know how like in California they talk about the Pacific Coast Highway, right? In South Africa there's a garden route, but I timed it wrong and I drove most of the garden route at night. And still it was beautiful, right? It was still beautiful. So do it. I hope that y'all are starting to get yourselves ready, because it's not going to be long before we'll be telling you it's go time. If you're coming with us, it's go time. And we're a pretty small group. 100 sounds like a big group, but 100 is a small group when you're trying to get your ticket, right? When the tickets sell out, 100 is a small group. Yes, Simi went to Afropunk in Johannesburg. Oh, let's Google it. When is it? Listen, I hope that those of you who are going, I hope that you take your time. Afropunk 2023 is happening in August. Okay, August 26th and 27th. I hope those of you who are planning to go are planning to take your time. Yeah, it was wonderful. Everyone made me feel good, right? People are just good. It's obvious when you see me that I'm not South African, right? I'm 100 feet tall. Black South Africans are not 100 feet tall. It's obvious that I was not South African, but everyone stopped and greeted me and asked me questions. So Simi talked about the botanical garden. So I was not planning on going to Kirstenbosch Botanical Gardens in Cape Town, or outside of Cape Town. I wasn't planning on going. I like botanical gardens fine, but I've seen them. I'm from Delaware. We have Winterthur. We have a beautiful. It's not really Winterthur's not in Delaware, but it's close. Right? We have beautiful botanical gardens. I'm not opposed to them, but I had no plans on going. Everyone, every taxi driver, every Uber driver, every waitress and waiter, every hotel and hostel clerk was like, no, no, you have to go to Kirstenbosch. Like, what is you even doing? You have to go to Kirstenbosch. I went to Kirstenbosch. It was beautiful. I went with Rachel, the Ethiopian woman. She made me go. Beautiful. It was worth it. So I hope that we all get ourselves to Cape Town next year for the meetup. So that's what we're talking about, Teresa. Next meetup, Cape Town, February 2024. We'll tell soon. We'll tell you soon that it's time for tickets, but not yet. We're working on it. Well, by we I mean Francis is working on it. Yeah, right. So people were like, they would greet me knowing good and well that I can't respond in their language, and I would just say good morning. Right? There's on the Cape Town side. There's Hausa, I can't say it. On the other side, there's Zulu, right? Oh, I had one woman at a restaurant. She greeted me. I knew she was greeting me in Zulu, right? I knew that's what she was saying. So I said, good morning. She said, you don't speak Zulu? I'm like, now everybody here has been able to look at me immediately and no, I don't speak Zulu. You know good and well, I don't speak Zulu. What is your father tongue? What is the problem, right? She wanted to get down to the bottom of it. What is your father tongue? I'm like, English? My daddy speak English. His daddy speak English, okay? But it was such a warm place, a warm and welcoming place. I don't want to set you up to say as soon as you set foot on South African soil, you're going to feel like you're at home in a in a deeper spiritual way. I don't know. I don't know that. I don't know if you're going to feel that, but you will feel welcome and you will feel warm and you will be like, this place, Johannesburg. All I ever say about Johannesburg is like, Johannesburg is alive. It's alive. It's a place that is alive. The people, the place, the thing, the food, the music, the shopping, it's alive. So yeah, I hope that we all take some time and travel around that area. I really, 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 really enjoyed it. Really, really, really. So I'm excited to go back there with you guys. So excited. My little rental car. I put some miles on that car and saw some stuff that can't wait to see again. All right. Questions? Did I miss all the questions? Did I miss them all? Thank you, friends, for the happy birthday wishes. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I'm glad to still be here. I'm glad to be here. Ah, Angela says her ancestry DNA says that her ancestors did come from that region. It explains a lot. Oh, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. Angela, Angela is tall. Okay. All right. That's wonderful. Yeah, they were like, I already know you're not from here. Okay. But how are you enjoying my country? That's a question that rolls off their tongues very easily. How are you enjoying my country? And then did you go to X place? Every time. They want to show off their place, right? Show off their country, show off their city. Did you go here? Did you do that? Did you do this? Make sure you don't leave without doing it, right? If you come to Delaware, I'm going to tell you to go eat at Wawa. Yes, it's a gas station, okay? But something that Delaware has to offer is delicious gas station food, okay? Yes, all right? I'm going to make sure you eat at Wawa. Same thing. Same thing in South Africa. Did you do this? Did you do that? Okay, good. All right. Then you're fine. Leisure and Lay says Africa is just made for vacation. I hope that I'm going to see more. I don't know if I'm going to get anywhere else. Right now, I'm just planning Cape Town, Johannesburg, and then over to Mauritius. I don't know if I'm going to get to see anywhere else. Mozambique, when I was there back in 2017, required a visa in advance, which was no big deal, except that I happened to go to the place on a day that I was in Johannesburg, and I went to the embassy or whatever, a day that they were closed, and couldn't get my visa in advance. And then I don't remember why. I was pressed for time or something, and I just didn't go anywhere else. But, I mean, if you want ease and luxury and vacation living, you're going to do it in Africa. You can do it, right? It might cost you a little pretty penny. Might cost you a pretty penny, but you can do ease and luxury. I'm going to tell you, you're not coming to Delaware for the first time. And I'm not going to ask you, if you come to Delaware for the first time, I'm going to ask you, have you eaten at Wawa? And you're going to be like, the gas station? I mean, I drove by it. Go over there, experience that for yourself. Experience it for yourself. Yes, it's a gas station, but have them make you a sandwich, okay? Yeah, I miss Wawa. It's a thing that I miss. I used to listen to a podcast, and he was like, "I miss Wawa like a brother." I miss it. It's a thing that you, I don't know. I miss it. And so yeah, right. Just like I want you to experience. Wow, that's pretty much what Delaware has to offer. Good crab cakes. Any place you go that has crab cakes on the menu is probably good. Uh, you can get a good crab cake, right, and you can get a good cheesesteak. Where the Delaware is the meeting point between the cheesesteak and the crab cake, and you can get both of them really good in Delaware. Good in Delaware. And also that. Okay, yeah. Shauna says she's in Vegas. Flights to Cape Town are $1,300. I got to be proactive. Yeah, right. This not even some of y'all spent a lot of money to go to Cancun because it was 4th of July weekend and prices were higher. But this is not Cancun, right? This is a trip that's going to require more money, more money, and hopefully more time. It's good. Hopefully, you'll take a whole lot more time. Yeah, and enjoy it. Enjoy yourselves. Wendy, do I get the home feeling in Costa Rica? No, but I also do feel welcome. I do feel welcome in Costa Rica and not like, what are you doing here? In parts of Asia, even though people were always generally kind, the local people were generally kind. The Chinese tourists, anywhere you go, if there's a bus of Chinese tourists, it's going to be an experience in a bad way, right? But in Asia, even though people were generally kind to me or just ignored me, which I don't mind either, uh, there was always a feeling of like, you don't belong here. Not in a, or like you stand out significantly. You stand out a lot. In Costa Rica, even looking like this, I don't stand out. So I like that. I appreciate that. Um, so I feel not home, but welcome. You know, tiers. There are tiers, levels. So I feel welcome enough to know that I can stay and not. Like in Thailand, in Chiang Mai, I stayed in a kind of a touristy, and I didn't stay in the old town. I stayed out near a mall and some shopping and restaurants and stuff. And the bus of Chinese, I knew when the Chinese tourist buses rolled through. So after that time of day, I think it was like 10 a.m. After 10 a.m., I'm going back into my apartment. I rented an Airbnb for a month, a one-bedroom apartment. I'm going into my Airbnb and I'm not leaving because I don't feel good walking around here with all those people taking all up in my face and taking my pictures and stuff. One time I was sitting in a restaurant and a man came with a big old camera and tripod and sat his camera and tripod up and took pictures of me in the restaurant. And I was looking at the people working at the restaurants, and they were like, what do we do? What do we do? So that's a place where even though the local people made me feel welcome, I didn't feel like I could move around comfortably and easily. But you asked me about Costa Rica. So Costa Rica, not home, but welcome. Oh, Sandra's in Chiang Mai now. Oh, hey, how are you liking it? Okay. Yeah, Neiman. Is that the name of the area? Neiman something? Yeah, there are a lot of, well, back in the day, before the COVID, there were a lot of black expats, a lot of black travelers in the Chiang Mai area. It was like a popular meeting point or convergence point for black travelers. So it was a place where you could meet other people. I met Reese there and some other people. Yes, but I had like a schedule and I knew like from this time to this time, I'm not going outside. And then after late afternoon, early evening, I'm back out. I'm back outside eating mine. There was a lady who had a cart who had papaya salad, which I ate almost every day, and then another cart where they made the roti, right? I had my little routine, but it involved me being like, I'm not going outside right now. I'm not, and that's not how I feel in. That's not how I feel in Costa Rica. In Costa Rica, I'm just like I'm just a person in Costa Rica. Yeah, Dee says she went to China once. It was enough for her. I don't have any desire to go to China because the Chinese tourists in other countries have been bad enough. I can't imagine. I can't imagine. Chinese tourists and me are not friends, okay? What could I say to him? I just sat there. I think I turned and then got on my phone. By the time I looked up, he was gone. But the kids behind the counter were like, right? Right? I'm gonna talk. I don't speak Chinese. I don't speak any Chinese language. He knows what she doesn't want to be bothered looks like. So there are no words that you can say to someone who already knows you don't want to be bothered and continues to bother, right? No words are going to help anyway. But I remember that. I have a picture of him. So I did take, I have a picture of him. Oh, but this was before I drowned my phone. There are quite a few pictures that I know I took that I don't have anymore because um, this was back in the day when I didn't upload my stuff to the cloud automatically. I don't remember why. I don't remember if it was on purpose or accidental. So everything that I took on my gap year before the Philippines is gone. I have like a handful. If I posted it to Instagram or if I edited it on like Snapseed, then I still have it. But other than that, I lost those pictures. My thoughts on Morocco. Hi, Bonita. It was beautiful and it's different. It's nice to go someplace different, exotic looking. But it was challenging. Morocco was challenging, partially because we were women and black women. I don't know, women. I don't know if it would have been any better of an experience if we weren't black women. But being a group of women meant that it didn't matter what we wanted and it didn't matter what, right? You do what we say. So it was a challenging thing, but it was also beautiful. We stayed in a beautiful riad after we left the hotel. Like, I wish I could take it around the world with me, right? Pick that little house up and carry it around. Um, we had good food. I ate well. Some people did not enjoy the food in Morocco, but it was right on time for me, right? I ate well. If you put it in the tagine or whatever, I'm gonna eat it. I don't care. I'm gonna eat it. So it was beautiful. We had a fun time together. It's a place that I could not imagine wanting to live. Like a lot of places. Like a lot of places. I said the same thing about South Africa. The inconveniences make me not want to stay there long term, but other people would love it. Other people would deal with it. Everybody deals with something, right? Some things are not as. Shauna's house sitting in Morocco. Are you still house sitting, Shauna? So Shauna's a house sitter, among other things. She's a house sitter who's been house sitting for someone in Morocco. You've house sat for them more than once. Am I right about that? I liked Rabat and Tangier. Okay. I think Rashida also visited both cities. I think she also, and Rashida and her mom also visited Rabat and Tangier, and I think they liked them. Yeah. Yeah. Right. So it was challenging, beautiful, not inexpensive. I think Morocco used to be a very inexpensive place to visit. It's not inexpensive anymore. So it was worth it. It was worth the visit. I would not have gone without y'all. I wouldn't have gone without the group. Yeah, Anita did not like the food. I'm down. Right? Every time I go to the grocery store since I left Morocco, I'm like, what was that? What was in that? Was it couscous? Now, right now, I can't remember if it's couscous or quinoa. It was a couscous salad that we had, and there was like apples and carrots in it. I wish I had written it down. Tasted like it had a little. I asked everybody what they thought was in it. I know it was like black pepper. Anyway, yeah, I ate well. The tagine, you put a little, so they eat prunes there, prunes, plums and prunes and stuff. So I had every kind of meat with prunes or plums. It was good to me, uh, and whatever. Yeah, but everybody likes different stuff. but I ate well. Yes. Rashida says also Rabat and Tangier were her favorite cities. Yeah. So that's why I'm glad that there were some women who took other women who took some time and traveled around that area. I had to leave. I had to get back to the conference. That was a waste of time. I thought I had to get back, but so I didn't get to travel around Morocco at all. But some also Candace did. Yeah. So I'm glad that some of y'all got to take your time there. Okay, Shauna, second time here, still house sitting. All right, good. Good, good. All right. Shauna's been house sitting all over the world, or like Morocco, Mexico. I want to say also Costa Rica or something like that. Puerto Rico. That's right. Every place I've been, Shauna has been there right ahead of me. Every place I've been this year, Shauna's been house sitting there right ahead of me. Like we've missed each other every time. So she was in Puerto Rico, and then I got to Puerto Rico later. I think that's how it works. She was in Morocco, and then I got to Morocco later. That's right. That's right. House sitting, bopping around the world, house sitting. Yes, you can. Hi, Michelle Foster says, how can I get that job? Become a house sitter. It's pretty easy. If you are a friend to animals, I'll tell you this. If you are a friend to animals, I recommend house sitting. House sitting is just taking care of people's homes and pets while they're away, right? As a friend to animals, I love it. I just finished house sitting on my birthday. I told you on July 5 was the last day of my last house sit. But I house sat what, all of June? May and all of June, something like that. I'm looking for my Trusted House Sitters link now. New, the link changed a few months ago, and I don't have it in the normal place. Here we go. So this is the link to join Trusted House Sitters. Join Trusted House Sitters. All right. If you're a friend to animals, you get free accommodation wherever in the world you can get a house sit. I'll also give you my new house sitter toolkit link, which is toolkit. New house sitter toolkit, which is housesit.vicarious.com/toolkit. Hi, friends in the future. If you're here watching the replay, I hope the future is amazing. These links will be down in the description of the video. Okay, new house sitter toolkit at housesit.vicarious.com/toolkit. That is where I have my link to Trusted House Sitters, of course. I have a link to the letter that I use to get booked, my template, right? I have a link to some things that I use while I'm house sitting to be more comfortable, like food delivery apps and stuff. I have some other stuff in the new house sitter toolkit. So that's how you get started house sitting, seriously. If you're a friend to animals, join today, right? Like if you like cats or dogs, you don't even have to like cats and dogs. If you like cats or dogs, go ahead and get started. Oh, Tori's interviewing a house sitter today. Wonderful. Okay, so Tori's going away and wants somebody to come in and take care of her home and pets while she's out living. Everyone wins, right? This is reciprocity. Everybody wins. Yeah. So, so how do you become a house sitter? Join Trusted House Sitters. Seriously, that's it. That's it. So quite a few women in this community either have house sat or are house sitting. It's what we do. It's a way that we see the world for less money. And I recommend it. Like, I recommend it if you're a friend to animals. If you don't want to pet sit, then don't do it, right? Don't do it. But if you're a friend to animals, you don't mind scooping a litter box or walking a dog and picking up the poop a couple times a day in order to stay in a home for free with a pool. Like, seriously, I am now in a pool. I have a pool requirement at this point in my life. Maybe not a pool requirement, but like I love a hot tub. Must have, I'm going to say this. Lately, the house sits I've had have had a pool or hot tub or both. Or just a really fancy tub. I also don't mind a fancy tub because I'm going to treat the tub like it's a hot tub. I'm getting in your bathtub with my flower petals. I'm going to buy myself roses And I'm putting the rose petals in the tub. If you have a fancy soaker tub, no, you pay for everything. You pay to get yourself there. You pay to eat while you're there. You're just getting free accommodation. They don't pay for travel. You pay for your travel and transportation. You're just getting the free accommodation. Right. So Shauna's in Morocco. She's in Morocco. She paid to get herself to Morocco. Uh, there, the place to stay is free. Right. I just want to be in the water. Right. As we've talked about. Yeah. I was asked about what did I do for my birthday? And I'm like, same thing I love to do every day. Get in the water. Well, I got in the water the day before. Right. Get in the water. That's all I want. When I was a kid, that was the complaint of my parents. When I was a small child, she's in the bathroom playing in the water again. Right. I would just fill up the sink and be in the bathroom just playing in the water. I don't know. I need it. Or the bathtub. I don't think I filled up the tub and got in like that because we took a bath every day. So I had bath time every day. But I remember just randomly, I would just go into the bathroom, fill up the sink. I don't know what that was about. And I can hear my dad now. I can hear him. He'd be like, she's like, that girl in the bathroom playing in the water. I don't know what they thought. I don't know what they thought. I don't remember them making me stop, but I remember that was they were fuss. He would fuss about it, but it could have been worse, I guess. So whatever. Yeah. So those are my house sitting requirements at this moment. Like right now, so I have some free time between Delaware and Chicago. I have some free time. And I was like, maybe I'll find a house sit. But people in Chicago don't have pools. I was like, maybe I'll go to Chicago early and house sit. And I was like, where are the people with pools in Chicago? What's wrong with y'all? I know there's some high rises in Chicago with some pools. But where they at? Where are those houses? I couldn't find one, so I'm not planning on going to Chicago any earlier. I'm going for a conference Labor Day weekend. It would be nice to be there a little bit longer, but I couldn't find a house sit with water. Yeah, she's that girl. She's in the bathroom playing in the water. Yes. How do you see the sights when you're house sitting? When you just go out. They're pets, and before you even apply for the house sit, you have an idea of how much time they expect you to be in the house. If it's a senior dog or a puppy and they're like, he needs to go out to potty every 2 hours, then you know. If that's a house that you don't want to apply for because you don't want to be home all the time, that's one you're not going to apply for. But most dogs, they go 8 hours between potty breaks. Cats don't care about you. Cats don't care if you're there or not, right? You just leave. You leave the house. When I am on a house sitting road trip, I usually have a car, but I would consider this last thing a road trip, and I didn't have a car, right? I just Ubered places. I'm in Southern California, in the Palm Springs, California, right? Uber is expensive, but I Ubered. When I left the house, I didn't leave the house all that much. But when I did leave the house, I Ubered. I've done road trips where I had a car with me, easy. I've done them where I don't, and I take Uber or public transportation. Yeah. Yeah, Uzo says I'm in Chicago. People have pools, but not they're few and far between. Yeah, I'm like, there's got to be high rises because, like in the DC area, in the DMV area, you can get a house sit in a high rise with a pool, right? I'm like, Chicago is just DC West, right? Like, where are the pools at? Why can't I find this? Dallas has, Lady Sarita says Dallas has some off the chain houses. I can imagine a house that would be divine. Yeah, right. There's anywhere you want to go, you can find a beautiful house sit. You can also find a house sit that you're like, I would never, right? You have to use some discernment, use your judgment, use your best judgment. But there are some places where, any place you're thinking about going? No, I won't say that. A lot of the places you're thinking about going. You may be able to find a house sit, in particular in Europe, Latin America, the US, North America, Latin America, Europe. South Africa has house sits, but I don't see house sits too much throughout the rest of Africa. But in South Africa, they're on trusted house sitters too. Yeah, anyway, wherever. All you need to do is go to trustedhousesitters.com. You can see where the house sits are. You can see them, right? Even if you don't have a membership, you can see them. Yeah, Nirel says we pass. Nirel, I think Nirel's still house sitting. I think you're house sitting right now. We pass on those demanding house sits. Yeah, they're not for me. I don't mind an old dog house sit because so even though I said, I don't want to do puppies because I don't want to have to take the puppy out every 2 hours. I will do an old dog because they're just going to sleep in between potty breaks. I do stay in the house. I'm a homebody, so I do stay in the house a lot during the house sit. Like if there's a pool, I'm not leaving. Right? That last house, it was 8 days. I did not leave the neighborhood. Right? I walked the dog 4 houses down because he was old. He couldn't walk that far. Walking 4 houses down, come back, delivered, had my food delivered, I had my groceries and restaurant food delivered. There was even a Target within walking distance, but I didn't go because it was 1,000,000 degrees. It was 119 degrees. Like seriously. Nothing is in walking distance when it's 119 degrees. So anyway, you can see what people want. Some people are more demanding than others. Some people are like, it's a dog. He'll be fine. If you need to leave, he'll be fine. He can go 8 hours or 10 hours without using a potty, right? Other people are like more particular. You choose. You choose. All right. Yeah. Nirel's house sitting right now. There are house sits in Asia, but you see them in places where British people, mostly they're British people, have moved to. So you see house sits in Asia, but mostly in the places that the British people live, right? House sitting is very popular with British people and Australian people, right? It's a thing that they've done for a long time. So if it has a lot of if it has a lot of British or Australian people, it's probably a place where you can get house sits, right? So like in Thailand, you see them sometimes in Bangkok and you see them in further south. You see them sometimes. In like Korea, you see them. Anyway, what you need to do is look at Trusted House Sitters. You can look at Trusted House Sitters and see what's available without having a membership. You just can't apply. You can see the locations. You just can't read the full. You can only read the preview of the listing, right? But you can see, right? That's easier than me telling you. DG, how's my book coming along? I'm now in the phase of publisher instead of author, and it's hard, and I don't know what to do, and I don't have help, and I don't have any. I don't know. How's it coming? I don't know. It's stalled because I'm past what the author Stephanie can do, and I'm into what book publisher Stephanie needs to do. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to do, and I don't know. I'm not getting the right help. And I'm running out of time to have the mental capacity to do it for the year. So, I don't know. Like I need to set up my business entity to publish the book. I'm stalled, is what I'm saying. The writing part, what I can do as the writer is done. I have an editor to give me some new feedback. The editor has given me a round of feedback. I kind of did what she said, and I'm waiting for a little more feedback on that. But the writer version of the book is what the author can do is being done. But the book publisher part, I don't know. I don't know. I don't have help, and I don't know. I don't know. I'm not finding what I need. Aw, Cherise. Hi, Cherise. I started house sitting for friends and family to get used to taking care of cats, dogs. Okay, good. They're my references. Okay, wonderful. Yeah, you can become a friend to animals even if you aren't already. If you didn't grow up with pets, it's okay. You can learn. You can learn it now. You can learn it. You may decide you don't like it and it's not worth the effort. That's fine, right? You may decide, listen, I love it. It's easy. Cats are easy, I'm telling you. Cats are easy, particularly Well, all cats, but particularly if they have a cat that can go in and out, an indoor outdoor cat, it's like not having a pet there. Like in terms of the poop situation, in terms of not having to pick up poop. Because if the cat can go outside, the cat probably poops outside, right? It's amazing. It's amazing. I've done many a house sit for a cat who had an automatic feeder, right? Because cats like to eat before the sun comes up. They're lions. Cats are lions, right? A house cat is a lion, right? They like to hunt and eat their food before the sun comes up. So a lot of people have an automatic cat time feeder, right? And in a door with a little thing, a little chip, a little thing, so that it only opens for the pet, doesn't open for like the raccoon outside, only opens for the pet. Those are, and they have a little water fountain. Cats don't drink a whole lot of water if they eat wet food, but a little bit. A little water fountain to keep the water running. I mean, what are you required to do? Nothing, right? Play, dangle a little thing on a string every now and then, right? Maybe brush the cat. Probably not, because most cats don't care for it. Old cats, sometimes you have to brush them because they can't really clean themselves all that well anymore. But like, but you do. But I'm not saying this to say you can house sit even if you don't like pets. You should like pets, but you can learn to like them. You can get experience like Sharice is doing, which is wonderful. Cats babysit you. They'd be like, what is she doing here? When is she leaving? Some people have dog-like cats. I always call them dog cats. I'm like, you're a dog cat. Some people have cats that like follow them around the house and stuff like a dog. I'm like, you're a dog cat. Yours is not a cat. Yeah. Nirel, my last sit was an indoor cat. I never saw her until she was hungry. Yeah. Yeah. Even if they stay indoors, listen, they mind their business. I had one where I'm like, I think she's here. I texted the lady when I got in the house. I was like, I'm here. I've been here for about half an hour. I guess your cat's here. She was like, she's there. She's there. Then what happened was I sat on the sofa and I thought she was behind the sofa. So I sat there and I'm like, she's probably, because I think the lady told me she hangs out in a couple different places. And so I'm like, I think she's behind the sofa. So I went and I had some fuzzy slippers, pulled out my fuzzy slippers. And right away she was like, what's them? What you got there? But other than that, I wouldn't have seen that girl. Yeah. Is it hard to find a house sit if you own a dog? I'm not going to say hard. It's going to take more time. There are more. You have to go through more no's, right? All house sitters have to go through no's. All of us have no, 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 right? You apply no, apply crickets, right? Before you get a yes. So you'll probably have to go through more no's. But it's possible, right? I house sat for a family. I tell this all the time, Ruby. I house sat for a family who sometimes they house sat with Ruby, right? But if they couldn't get a house sit that let them bring Ruby with them, I came and house sat for Ruby in their house while they went and house sat for someone else. They had a daughter who lived in the Bay Area and they liked to go visit her for long stretches of time. They were retired and they lived in Mexico. But they like to visit their daughter in the Bay Area who was dating a professional baseball player whose name the man swore I should have known. He's like, you've heard of him. I was like, I don't watch baseball. You know him. Right. Their daughter dated a professional baseball player. They like to go visit her in the Bay Area. And so they would book a house sit. If the house sit let them bring Ruby, good. If the house sit didn't let them bring Ruby, also good. They'd be like, hey, Stephanie, are you available on these dates? Right. And we would all coordinate our time together. Right. So is it hard? Harder, but not hard. You know what I mean? Not impossible. Uh, yeah. Yeah, cats live the life of ease. Cats are like, listen, I don't care about you or what you're doing. Okay? Just stay out of my way. Most cats. There are dog cats. There are dog cats who are like, who will follow you around the house and right. Well, all cats will walk across your keyboard. If you have as soon as you pull out a laptop, you may not see the cat any other time, but pull out that laptop. That cat is going to be like, "Oh, what's going on here?" Be all up in the laptop, all up in your Zoom calls, all up in your Zoom calls. Busy diva views. I have a small cat, very low maintenance. Yes, and I never liked cats before. Yeah, they're very low maintenance, but fluffy and soft, and they purr, which I think is one of the best sounds for like human blood pressure. If you have high blood pressure, all you need to do is hang around with a cat that purrs a little while. Your blood pressure is going down. This is something that I have decided. I'm not saying that's a scientific fact. I'm saying that that purring sound is a blood pressure lower if nothing else works. It's just like, I don't know. It's wonderful. But they will bring you things. If you have an outdoor cat, they will also bring you animals. They will bring you animals and stuff from outside, whatever they find. If they like you, here, hi, I have a half alive mouse. Would you like it? I caught a cricket. Can I give it to you? Right? They will. That's the thing about the outdoor cats. They'll bring you things. In this particular house, so I'm not house sitting, I'm in an Airbnb. In this house, I have removed a spider almost every day from the bathroom. About this big all over. Oh, I took one picture of one that was humongous. I got one that was really big, like with the leg, mostly legs. Y'all know spiders. But I've had to remove a spider every day. I'm like, oh, that's right. I'm not house sitting anymore. There's no animal here to get rid of stuff. It's me. I have to get rid of things. Oh, Nicole, my upcoming house sit, I'm bringing my dog and my daughter. They'll let you know whether or not they're okay with it. That's right. That's wonderful. Nicole has a YouTube channel. So will you be, after the house sit, will you talk about your house sit experience on your channel? I hope, maybe, or not. No pressure. Oh, that's wonderful. Yes, yes, right? Anything that you think of that you're like, oh, I would love to house sit, but it probably would still work. I would love to house sit, but I got a husband. They'll probably be okay with it. Okay. I want to house sit, but you can, I don't mean they'll probably be okay with it. I mean, you can find someone who'll be okay with it. Because these are families, right? These are families, right? They're getting up and leaving. They have kids. They're leaving. Some families will be perfectly happy for you to come house sit and bring your kids. All right. My stomach is growling, so I guess it's breakfast time. Okay. Anything? Everybody's just talking about whether they like cats or not. I'm scrolling through the chat to find a question, and all I see is the commentary about whether or not we like cats. I was never a cat person, but they sold me, right? They're so easy. The easy ones are very easy. Yeah, I haven't seen this yet. Busy Diva Views says there's a Netflix show documentary called The Secret Life of Cats. Did they just put like a camera on some cats? Is that what it is? I watch every now and then. I'll watch a YouTube video. Somebody will put a camera on their cat. They're out there living, okay? And then they come home and they're like, meow, feed me. I'm so hungry. Meanwhile, they done killed killed half the animals in their little territory. They done made friends with other cats. They done fought with other cats, all this, and they come home and act like they can't figure out how to feed themselves. Like, you know how to eat all day. You've been eating out here, and you come in here and act like you're so helpless. It's just for free accommodation. Through Trusted House Sitters, house sits are just for free accommodation. You're not getting paid. You can get paid to house sit though. If you find your own clients, you can get paid. But if you're getting clients through Trusted House Sitters or house carers or Mind My House, you're getting free accommodation. What is the theme of this year's summit? Exodus Summit 2023 is happening October 6th through 9, 2023. I would just block this time off on your calendar right now. If you're taking, if you're a person who has to work one or all of those days, figure out how not to have to work one or all of those days. The 6th is a Friday, and that's probably just going to be the evening, afternoon or evening. Okay, so you may not need the 6th off. But 7th, 8th, and 9th, you're going to want to be available for Exodus Summit 2023. Exodus Summit is our virtual summit for Black women. We talk about sabbaticals and career breaks, which is one thing. We talk about moving abroad. We talk about bopping around as a nomad for Black women. We have some awesome speakers coming in this year to get you out the door. And you'll want to take the time. You'll want to have that time off. So go ahead and block it off now. Do what you need to do to be available the evening of the 6th through the 9th. Okay? Some women in your area, if you're in the Exodus Summit community, you may find that some women in your area are getting together somewhere. But you'll want to block off the time. So what is the theme? Last year's theme was Move Abroad Money. Last year's sessions are still available at exodussummit.com. Exodus Summit 2022 was called Move Abroad Money. We had speakers come in and tell you how to make the money to move abroad. So we talked about earlier today, I talked about how I'm spending 2 months in Africa and it's not cheap, right? And it's going to cost me a grip. But because I know how to make money without a job, I just make the amount of money I need to do that thing, right? We had speakers come in and help you get to that point last year. So Exodus Summit 2022 is where you go to get those replays. If you are considering making money through remote work, if you need to figure out how to find remote work, if you need to figure out feet pics and phone sex, seriously, right? If you want to teach your thing online, teaching online, if you need to figure out how to get start a coaching or infopreneurship business, you know something, and you want to teach people how to do that thing without it being a job, right? Create a product or create something. We have sessions at exodussummit.com there, okay? So 2022 was Move Abroad Money. 2023's theme is something about freedom and something. I've been calling it Find Your Free. Okay, we're talking location freedom, financial freedom, time freedom. So I've been calling it Find Your Free. Rashida doesn't like that, so that's not the theme, but that's what I've been calling it. So when you go to the wait list to get on the wait list for tickets for Exodus Summit 2023, you will see it says Find Your Free. Exodus Summit.com/2023 is where you should be going now to get yourself on the wait list so that you'll know when the tickets are available. Exclamation point, wait list, exclamation point, exodussummit.com/2023. Okay? So I've been calling it Find Your Free, but it's about location freedom, time freedom, financial freedom. How to get yourself there, how to create time and space for you to know what you want, get the clarity, that's the word I'm looking for. How to create the time and space to get the clarity to know what you want, which is probably one of those things or all three of those things, right? And then how to actually get them, okay? This is a summit where we're going to start from the beginning, right? We're going to start from the why and move into the how. It's going to be super exciting. We have some speakers here who you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I can't wait, right? So we'll be announcing some speakers really soon. Oh gosh, time is moving so fast. We'll be announcing some speakers really soon. So you'll want to get on the wait list so that you don't miss it. Okay, go to exodussummit.com/2023. You can do it. So Lakeisha likes Find Your Freedom. So I also Find Your Freedom, Find Your Free is what I've been saying, or three days, okay, freedom, 3 days, 3 ways. I've also been using that as a theme. So Rashida, I don't know what the theme is, but she doesn't like my themes. 3-day freedom, 3 days, 3 ways. That's what we're covering. Okay, what is the theme? Just somewhere in there, there's a theme. Okay, but 3 days to 3 ways, right? Financial freedom, time freedom, location freedom, which are the things that we want on this channel, the things that we've been talking about for 4 years now. 4 years now. Yeah, create your freedom. I like a little bit of what is it? Alliteration. I like a little consonants repetition. I like a little repetition in there, or rhyming or something. So that's what's happening. Okay. So the wait list is at exodussummit.com/2023. It's going to be a time for you to learn some things. It's also going to be a time when you're going to get to meet some other women in this world, right? Meet some other women who are into this thing. Some of you are feeling a little isolated. We're in a, what is it called? We're in an epidemic of isolation and loneliness. And the pandemic didn't help, right? This was happening. It was started before the pandemic, but the pandemic didn't help. So this is an opportunity. This is a weekend for you to, on the internet, meet some people who are in the future going to be maybe your Golden Girl gang, right? Y'all know I want a Golden Girl gang. I got a nice sized house. I'm renting a nice sized Airbnb in Costa Rica in September. And I invited a friend to come visit me, to stay with me for a while, for a little bit. And the house would be, I think, one. So I say this every time, but I think the reason I'm staying in this house is I think it's one that I would want to rent long term. But it's more space than I'm going to need, even with an adopted kid or two. Right? Seriously, it's more space than I would need. I'm like, this is a Golden Girls house. This is a Golden Girls house, I think, based on the pictures. But who knows what you're going to find? Who knows who you're going to meet and what they will do in your life? It's hard you can't predict. You never know what one person, what change, what difference that can make in your life. And so this summit, our goal is to create more time, more spaces for that. For learning. So yes, you're going to need some notebooks, right? You're going to need at least a notebook. You're going to need to be ready to do some things and take some action. But also there's going to be space for you to meet and get to know each other and spend time together. Because that takes you far as well. Your own action will take you far, but community will take you further. So that's what Exodus Summit 2023 is going to do for you. What is it called? I don't know. We don't know. I don't know what it's called. What is the theme? You know, freedom. Getting free together with intention, right? And clarity. Time, clarity, intention to get us to freedom. Our version of freedom, right? What we want for ourselves. Okay, that's it. So you'll see various themes on marketing materials until we come up with something. So if you follow us on Instagram, which I hope you do, we're Exodus Summit on Instagram. You'll see posts. Sometimes it'll look like the theme is one thing. Sometimes it'll look like the theme is something else until we get clear on it, and we may not. It may never have a real theme, right? So the first year was sabbaticals and moving abroad. Okay, the second year was homecoming because we brought back people from the first year. Our first year summit was so good that the second year, all we did was bring people back from the first year, tell us what they did, tell us how their success stories, and give us their blueprint, not for us to follow as a blueprint, but for us to use as reference material, right? Third year was move abroad money, right? So sabbaticals and move abroad, homecoming, move abroad money. This is going to be a little bit of all of that, right? This is going to be a little bit of all of that. Yeah, the community is there's no way to put a dollar sign on how much it's worth to us, how much it's worth to have that, to have the community, to have the sisterhood, to have the give us free, give us free. Exodus Summit 2023, give us free. Y'all know, okay, y'all get it. Whatever just create your own, create your own theme. This is a choose your own theme summit. Okay, you choose your theme. Okay, I'm saying, what did I say? Freedom, 3 days, 3 ways, or find your free. One of those or something else. But we're talking about those things. We're talking about location freedom, time freedom, financial freedom, how to get them, what to do with them, right? How to get them and how to use them. Because some of y'all got financial freedom. Some of y'all have the money that's going to support you for the rest of your life. Some of y'all have it, the money or the asset, right? Assets that are going to support you for the rest of your life. Time to use them. Time to put them to use. Okay? Because if you don't use them, somebody going to use them, right? Either you use them or somebody going to use them once you're dead. Okay? So it's time to get them, put them to use. Some of y'all have assets, the things that are going to support you for the rest of your life. Some of y'all have financial freedom. Number one, you may not know it because you don't know the dollar figure. You don't know when you're free, right? That's just a math problem that Adelia can walk you through. Adelia is picky girl. Picky girl travels the world. And she's got videos on like the calculations. Maybe I'll put a quiz up on my thing. I'll put a quiz up on the community tab here on YouTube. Doesn't mean we're going to go with the most voted answer, okay? Because we'll do a poll. I'll do a poll, okay? We'll do a poll. Um, uh, yes, we'll do a poll, but don't get upset when you see that the winning thing is not the theme, okay? Because we're gonna choose what we either we're gonna choose one that we just want, or we're not gonna choose one. But it's freedom. We're talking financial freedom, time freedom, location freedom. Okay, we're talking about how to get them, how to use them. So yeah, so I'll put a poll up here, but listen, don't hold us to it. Okay, just like we do with the meetups, we do a meetup poll every year. Where do y'all want to meet up? But listen, we go where we want. We've done a meetup poll, I think twice now, and neither time have we picked the place that was the winner. Okay, so understand that. I think most of y'all get it. Rashida and I, we do what we think is the right thing. We always do what we think is the right thing. Sometimes that's not necessarily what the majority votes for. As we know, as American people. As we know. Okay. Yeah, Anita, you're so right. Once I did my numbers, I knew I was already free. Freedom is the best life ever. The best life ever. Yeah, some of you just don't know the number, right? You just don't know how much do I need to live on for the rest of my life. You don't know that number, and so you don't know that you have it. You have it already. So we work on these things. That's why Exodus Summit exists, right? The summit exists, and these sessions that we've had before and that we're going to have this year, just working on getting Black women to out the door, right? Getting Black women out the door, whatever their door is. Might be literally out of the country, but it may just be out of a lifestyle, out of the lifestyle of work being in charge, right? I know my job is no longer in charge. I still work. And people get really upset when I talk about not having a job. They're like, but you still work. Okay, but I work when I want. I work on what I want. I work where I want. I work how I want. I charge what I want. Okay. Yes, I still work for now. But I don't have a job. I don't have a job that's the boss of me. I get to be the boss of me. Um, some of you will, for some of us, that is a goal for now. Some of you are past that and you're on to the next, right? Like, I'm done with all of it. I don't need to, if you seriously, not having to make any more money in your life, not having to go out and earn any more money on your own, right? Because your investments are making the money for you. Your business is making the money for you. Your property is making the money for you. Man, freedom. That's freedom. Some of you have that and you're just not using it yet. I I have my number. I know my number and I'm working on getting to my number, which is why, listen, I got to get some books out. Okay? I got to get some books out in the world. But some of you already are past it. You just don't know it yet. You don't know it yet because Susie Orman told you need $20 million. Okay. Ah, Black Culture Talks. I missed the summit, but through this channel, I became a Mexican resident this year. Yes, congratulations. Monetized my YouTube channels. Congratulations. And TikTok. Wow. Currently renovating a house for short-term rental in Myrtle Beach. Thank you. You're welcome. That's amazing. That's amazing. What progress, right? We just take steps. We just get clear on what we want and we make progress towards it. That's amazing. Wow. So are you, okay, so you're renovating the house in Myrtle Beach and then the plan is to go to Mexico? You live in Mexico, do you know where? That's wonderful, right? Progress. That's all we do is we make progress towards what we want, right? We start jettisoning. I like the word jettison. We start laying aside the things that are holding us down that we don't even want, right? Just lay them aside, take them off, and we start moving in the direction of the things that we do want. Okay. All right. 8:35. I think we did it, right? I answered questions. I'm not really feeling Prosecco-y. Maybe we'll drink a little bit more. I'm on an empty stomach and I'm drinking with a straw, but I don't feel it. Let me get a little bit more. My little mini. You see it? Can you see? You can't see where the line is. I didn't drink all that much. The line is here. So I drank that. I guess it was full, right? That's probably half. Let me get a little more in there. A little more. My birthday. Okay. Cheers. Happy birthday. Thank you. All right. How did we do with questions? Yeah. Yeah, so this year's summit's going to be wonderful. More help, more like tangible steps, right? Like I need my notebook. But also more like community, more inspiration to keep you going. We don't do a whole lot of inspiration in the summit. We do information, but there's going to be a little inspiration, right? For the new people, for the new girls, a little inspiration for the new girls and let them know what is possible. Most of us have been here. We know what's possible. A little inspiration for the new girls to let y'all know what's possible. A whole lot of information, and then a community, a whole lot of community. Exodus Summit every year is an event. It's the thing that we ramp up for every year that just like feeds us for the next year. It gives us what we need. Some women who went to the summit last year implemented something in their life that is carrying them through this year, you know? Because last year was about money specifically, move abroad money and ways to make money to live out your dreams. There are women who have turned that money faucet on for themselves now because of what they learned in Exodus Summit 2022. Again, those replays are at exodussummit.com/ No, just ExodusSummit.com for now. ExodusSummit.com, you'll see the 2022 replays, and in the top corner, you'll see a thing to join the wait list for 2023. Um, yeah, right? It's an event. It's a thing that this community looks forward to every year, because we know it's going to get us that much closer. As I said, we don't do a whole lot of inspiration. This is about what we really need to get where we're going. So that next year you can be the person in the chat talking about, oh, I have residency in this country. I'm making the money I need. I'm house sitting. I'm doing what I need. I have the things I need to live my life my way, right? To be free. What I have decided is free for me, right? This is what free means to me, and I'm there, So I said sometimes people grumble when I'm like, I don't have a job. But to me, this is free. I never had a job. I've never I got my first job at like 15 or 16 to buy a coat, but then I didn't work again until I was 18. So 18, right? Maybe not. It might have been 19. I'm going to go with 18. So from 18 to 41, I never had a job where I could plan a vacation and know that I can just walk in and be like, I'm not going to be here on these days. I was in the Army. I worked for a bank. I worked in a hospital as a civilian. I worked in another bank, quite a few banks. Delaware, I worked in Delaware. We're the credit card issuing capital of the country. So I worked for quite a few different credit card issuers. And it was never like that, except maybe the first job, the telemarketing job. I was a telemarketer for a credit card issuer in college. That was the first, like when I was 18 or 19. That first job, that might have been a job where I could just be like, here are the days I'm not going to be there, right? But the rest of it, like, okay, well, I need my vacation approved for these days, and then they would like I request 5 days off. They would give me 3 days off, and not consecutive days, right? And then I got to negotiate with my other coworkers or plan out how many sick days do I have, right? All of that. So to me, just seriously being able to say, I'm not working the month of May. I think this year I worked in May, but I didn't do that much. It was April. There was a month already this year where I'm like, I'm not doing much, right? Where I can say I'm not working this month, right? And really like not work. I think I did YouTube videos only. It must have been April. I did YouTube videos only. And be like, I'm not going to work this month. Okay. Also October, after the summit, I'm not going to work. I said that last year, but I was so like excited when the summit was over that I did do YouTube videos. So I don't know what's going to happen this year. Last year, I was like, I'm not doing any videos for the month of October. But then the summit was so amazing. And I was like, I want to talk about this. I want to talk about that, right? But maybe not. But I have the say, right? I have the say. There's freedom to me. That's free. I'm free. Right? And then I'm still working on the next level where I don't need to make another dollar, right? I'm very excited for the time when I won't need to make another dollar to live out my life, right? That's what people call financial freedom. So I'm working on those two things. Yeah. Dave Ramsey told us we need to eat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for 10 years. I want to live, right? We're living now because we're all going to die. You have to live as though you're going to die. I think that is one of the keys to not ending up with regret on your deathbed, right? If you live today as if you're never going to die, you have infinite time. You're going to end up with a bunch of regrets of things you missed out on and didn't do. I don't want that. I don't think I'm going to end up there. We'll see. I don't think I'm going to end up there anymore. I was on that path, but I don't think I'm going to end up there. So you do what's right for you. So for some people, the whole denying themselves thing works in their life. I am not made for that. I am not made to deny myself all the joy of life, not for a year, not for a week, not for a day. Some people like the idea of denying themselves like competitively. They like to see how low can that go? How little can I enjoy my life? I don't get it. I don't get it. Because you will die. And then what? Looking back at all the stuff you wish you had eaten. Oh man, I wish I had had more crab cakes. And less, I don't even know if peanut butter and jelly is less beans, right? I wish I had had more crab cakes and less beans. Yeah, I don't know. I want to live, I want to enjoy my time. I think it's wasteful. I don't want to waste it. I want to enjoy it. There's a way to do both. There's a way to work towards a long-term goal while enjoying the short term. Enjoy today. Because it can go like that. It can go like that. I think I'm going to get a lot of notice. I don't think I'm going to die up and die. I feel like I'm going to get a lot of notice. I just think that about myself. But having been a person I have migraines that I have mistaken for a stroke. I have gone to the hospital thinking I was having a stroke. When I was in the Army, I knew I was having a stroke. And I've had migraines since middle school. So it's not like I had a migraine and I didn't know what it was. I've had migraines since middle school where I lose feeling in my hands and I lose vision. I keep my peripheral vision, but I lose my vision when I get a migraine. I've had migraines that I thought were a stroke. But still, I'm convinced that I'm going to see it coming. I don't know why. I feel like I'm going to live to an old age and I'm going to see it coming. And even I'm saying, I want to live every day. I want to enjoy every day. I'm not going to deny myself. Even though I really think I can make it to 120. If my grandparents made it to their 90s, with medicine being what it was at that time, I can make it to 120. And even I'm like, I'm going to enjoy every day. Every day. For me, enjoying every day is often staying in the house. So I'm in an Airbnb that has a gate and an actual lock on the gate. And I had some stuff delivered a couple of days ago. I had food delivered and I had groceries delivered and I went out and got food in the same day, okay? Because I knew I had 5 days left here. And I was like, if I do all of this today, I don't have to unlock that gate again until I leave. Now, for me, there is pleasure in being in the house and knowing I don't have to leave the house, right? So I was like, wow, I locked that gate. I don't have to unlock it again. It was the same day as trash day. She told me I didn't have to put the trash out, but I do because I was here for 3 weeks, right? So I've been putting the trash out and putting the dumpster out. She said, just leave it and she'll do it when I leave. But I'm a nice person. So I took the trash out. It was trash day and I got groceries delivered and I went out for dinner. I'm like, man, I don't have to leave here until I leave here. And that made me very happy. But that's how I feel. How can you find your freedom number? So Adelia has videos. Adelia's channel is Picky Girl Travels the World. I said I wasn't feeling very Prosecco-y and then I just started sweating. I guess either that's the Prosecco or a hot flash. Picky Girl Travels the World. On YouTube, Adelia is Picky Girl Travels the World. And so she has, I may be able to just find it. Let me go to YouTube. She has videos on this. She did a session in Exodus Summit 2022 on that as well, on figuring out that dollar figure. So if you have the Exodus Summit 2022 replays, she has that. But YouTube, because they separate the lives and the videos, let's see, the emergency fund video. Fix my, no. Financial literacy. Just okay, so I'm just going to link to her channel. She's got it. Okay. And then also, if you have the replays to Exodus Summit 2022, I need to turn the air on. If you have the replays to Exodus Summit 2022, she did a session with us there on figuring out how much. How do you figure out that figure? Okay. Yeah, turn the air on. How did I do with the questions? I just put in, I'm just looking, I'm going to skip through a few questions. LLO, do I think if I traveled in Morocco accompanied by a male, it would have changed how they responded? Because we were doing business in Morocco, we did business with men in Morocco, and it was not a good experience. We traveled, like we had male tour guides everywhere we went. So we didn't have a lot of harassment issues as far as I saw. Our group of 100, we didn't have harassment issues because we had male tour guides with us. This was my beef with Morocco was as a person who was doing business there, right? As a person who was one of the hosts of the trip there. The people we did business with at the hotel, in the tour company, whatever, they just were not responsive to us, and I know it's because we were women. Do you know what breed of dog the owners have? Yes, you know the breed of dog. They have a picture of the dog. They've told you a little bit about the dog before you ever apply to house sit, and then you get to do a call with them also. Althea, yesterday I consulted with someone I follow on YouTube who did your YouTube challenge, and she said the best thing about you and your course. And she said the best things about you and your course. Good. I'm a good teacher. When will I be holding another YouTube challenge? Probably in December, November or December, but I'm not sure. So after Exodus Summit 2023, I'm taking all of October to not do anything really. Go to Panama and chill. Probably November or December. If you're on the wait list, you'll know. So get on the wait list at vicarious.com/challenge. Get on the wait list for my YouTube Success Challenge at vicarious.com/challenge, and you'll know when I'm doing it again. 50% chance it'll happen late November, I'd say. Late November or early December. But 50% chance I won't do it at all. If the summit wears me out, that means it won't happen until January. Okay, so it will happen November, December, or January is what I'll say. But I'm leaning probably November. Last year after the summit, I still felt really good and I could still do things. The first year after the summit, I couldn't do anything. I was exhausted and I couldn't do anything for weeks and weeks and weeks. Okay? How do y'all get your medicine while you're bopping around? Some stuff you can get in other countries. You may need to Google the name, and you're going to find in other countries some stuff that is prescription here is over the counter there. A lot of countries use pharmacists as like a pharmacist is a doctor, and the pharmacist can give you what you need without you going through a doctor. Okay. Other people, okay, one way, just get it there. Okay. Way number two, take it with you, right? Get 90 days or 180 days. When I worked in the Army, our pharmacy used to give people 180 days of stuff. Get 90 days or 180 days and then come back when you need to get it. Or have someone pick up your refills for you and bring it to you. If someone traveling and meeting you somewhere, have them bring it to you. But probably getting it there is the easiest way. You may even find it's cheaper there. Like healthcare and medicine in particular, like prescription drugs in particular, can be a very scary thing when you don't know how easy it is on the other side. You don't know how easy it could be in other countries. It may very well be that the thing that is expensive and harder to get here is cheaper and easier to get abroad. Sometimes that's just a Google search. Other times you have to go to a pharmacy in another country and ask some questions. So start out with a good amount. Start out with a good supply, and figure out if you're going to need to come back and get it, right? Every 6 months, which some people do. Some people keep their doctor in the U.S. and they come back every 6 months or whatever. Or if it's something someone can bring to you or ship to you, or can you just get it where you are? It's probably not a big problem. Jan, can you really live off stock market income only? Not me. I have tens of thousands of dollars. My Vanguard account is not supporting anybody anytime soon, but there are people who do. Yes. Yes, right? Yes. Yes, indeed. Not me, but other people. Sure, right? Rashida was on CNBC's Make It, right? And she talked about her income from her investments. And from like 20 years of investing or so, maybe not even 20 years of investing. Right? Y'all love Our Rich Journey here. Y'all are super Our Rich Journey fans. Same. I think they moved to Portugal and retired in their early 40s off of their investment income. So the answer is yes, absolutely. Not I am not there yet. Not me, but other people. Okay. I think we did a good mix. I think I found a good mix of questions. M. Adams, if my goal is to move abroad in a couple of years, if my goal is a couple of years out, should I wait to attend the summit? No. Come to the summit now. Getting more information is only helpful, only more helpful. More information is more help. The earlier you start with the right planning, right? And the earlier you start with the right, moving in the right direction, the better. You may find that you're closer to moving abroad than you thought by coming to the summit. It is October 6th through 9. 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th all day, right? 6th, it'll just be in the evening probably. Just a little welcome, getting to know you, break the seal type of session. let's set the tone for the weekend. Friday evening will probably be about setting the tone for the weekend, and then we'll move into the heavy sessions for the weekend. I think I did it. I just skipped through to try to pick up some questions that I had missed earlier. Okay. All right. Thanks for hanging out, friends. Skipping through one more time. Okay, so your assignment, for my birthday, your homework is to make sure that you're on the wait list for Exodus Summit 2023 at exodussummit.com/2023. exodussummit.com/2023. It's October 6th through 9. So you're also going to want to make sure that you free up that time, right? Free it up. And third piece of homework is to prepare to get your tickets for Johannesburg or for Cape Town. Prepare to get yourself ready for Cape Town to be announced, right? For the Cape Town tickets to go out in the world. Yeah. Okay. That's it. I think that's it. Okay. Thank you so much for all the birthday wishes. Thank you. I'm really happy to still be here. Thank you. So I guess I'll be celebrating my birthday like over I go home on Tuesday or Wednesday. I get home on Tuesday, I think. So I guess that'll be my birthday round 2. Actually, it would be like round 1 because I didn't get to celebrate my birthday. But yeah, so I'll finish up my birthday celebration just in time, and then my dad's birthday, it will be the next week. So thank you very much for all the birthday wishes. I appreciate you guys as always. So glad that you're here. Glad that you're here and so good to one another and so good to me. Also remember to be that good to you. All right. And I'll see you next time. Next time I'll be back in exotic Dover, Delaware. Next Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern. I'll be back in exotic Dover, Delaware, uh, talking about something. I actually wrote out what I wanted to talk about next week so that I could be prepared, so that it doesn't catch me off guard. Actually, no, next week is the family reunion. No. Yeah, so actually, I don't remember. I don't know the reunion schedule. So we may have a guest. Someone will be here, but I don't know who. Okay, it might be me and it might be a guest because I forgot. Family reunion is next Saturday. Uh, so whatever. We'll see. We'll see who's here. Hopefully you'll be here 10 a.m. Eastern time, and we'll see who's here to lead things. But it may be a guest, maybe me and a guest. Okay. All right. Thanks again, friends. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you for all the birthday wishes. Thank you for being so lovely. Have a wonderful weekend. Have a wonderful Saturday. Bye, guys.